Good morning. Welcome to Scot Ferrell Show. I hope you're having a great day. I know I am, and my day just got better because I got a microphone and computer, and I got you. It sounds like a really cheesy pickup line, doesn't it? It is, but is it working? Send me an email and let me know. Questions@scotferrell.com. Seriously, though, if you want to be part of the show today and ask myself or my guests a question, it is, what is that number? 706-889-9700. Man, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I got to knock the clouds out for some reason. All right, what's my show about? Hey, man, the world's a stage. Make your life rock. What does my company do? We take your life and business, and we take right where it is, we get a purpose, plan, direction, and we give it something to go for, to make you a rock star. Now, I got a great lineup today with guests. Elizabeth Rodnick's going to come by. Today's topic is going to directly tie into why Elizabeth's stopping by today. My topic today, and it's a carryover from a question that a little girl had asked me last week, and then I asked on Facebook, and then I got an enormous amount of response from, so I figured I'd make it an entire topic. What's that topic? Do men find fat women attractive? Okay, don't shoot the messenger. It was a direct question from a little girl. I had a 10-year-old ask me. A little girl had gained some weight. And she's like, she looks at me and she gives me the eyes and, do men find overweight or fat girls attractive? And I was like, man, out of the mouths of babes, what would you hear? I said, tell you what, instead of answering you right now, I love you, but instead of answering this question right now, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on the show and I'm going to see what people say. So I posted it on Facebook. Wow, what a response. And then I just started asking people when I'd go out. And it was quite the response again, and I only asked women at first. So I was like, I better ask the other gender also. So I went out this last 2 or 3 days, and I started talking to men. And my question was, do you personally, not your buddies, not you being out in public, but do you personally find either overweight, fat women attractive? And I'm using the words that the little girl used and most of the ladies had used. And it was across the board. There is no yes or no to this. People like clean questions. What's that mean? You get an answer. Do I like tall women? Yes. Instead of, I don't know, it just really depends on the situation. It depends on the person. It depends on what I'm thinking at the time. Well, that's what happened. There is no standard answer to, do men like women who are overweight? We got a little over 320 million people just in the United States alone. Every single person's got their own definition of attractive, beautiful, sexy. And the old saying, man, there is someone for everyone. It's true. But it's not the true you think it is. Where's the stigma come from with the overweight stuff anyway? Well, of course it comes from the media. But it also comes from the programming we receive as a child. And now I'm thinking more once we get into school. Because we're in school 12 years in this country. And we've got 12 years to hear the nicknames and the rhymes and the things that kids say to us if we're not perfect. But nobody is. But in school, people can be vicious. Why? Because they don't like people? No. They want to fit in. So if somebody starts making fun of you, everybody seems to jump on the bandwagon. It's funny because you leave the formal years of school and you go on life and everybody changes. You go back to your 30th reunion and everything's changed. And the people that were attractive and the popular ones normally aren't. And the ones that weren't overly attractive are. And the people you thought were going to be a success aren't. And it just goes on and on and on. Which leads me up to another question I had. It's funny how the narrative's always driven back to my gender. Do you like fat girls? Do you like girls that are overweight? Do you like the curvy girls? Fair question. Because if you looked at magazines or if you listen to media or you listen to guys, you would think that we just hated them. Not true. But let me flip this around, ladies, and let me ask you a question. Do you like the fat guy? All right, when you were a little girl and you were reading the stories about Prince Charming, what did he look like? I got a feeling he looked just like that dude on a romance novel. Long hair, blonde, red, whatever it is. Got that big chest, those wide shoulders, that tapered waist. This dude looks like a cross between Tarzan and Jesus. He's got those large flowing locks. Fabio would be the guy that comes to mind. He's on the horse. He gallops in. He climbs up. He kills the dragon, brings you down, and you're so light, he just glides down. He gets back on the horse and you go off. Did I miss anything? Yeah, y'all like to see guys take their shirts off too. It's so proven that in How to Lose a Man in 10 Days. Matthew McConaughey takes his shirt off. Naturally, he takes it off in every movie. If I looked like him or I was a producer, I'd have him take it off too. And all the girls in the office stop and they want to watch. So my fairness question is, do both genders have a problem with someone who's overweight? Now I want to tell a little story about myself. I was always the fat kid in school. I was always the fat kid. I could not get my pants to stay up. I always had that belly, and I was always dumpy and pudgy. And boy, did I get tired of all the nicknames that went with it. And then finally, I got to be about 16, 17 years old, and summer hit, and I hit a growth spurt, so to speak. And I went from really fat to skinny, all in about 2 months. And then I found the gym. I wanted to work out. My friend Chris Cachero was on the show. I wanted to be Chris. And I got in the gym and started working out. So I went from being that fat kid to having single-digit body fat and wanting to compete in bodybuilding competitions. But what happened? Well, genetics and a decision. I didn't want to be the fat picked-on kid anymore. I didn't want to be the brunt of jokes. I wanted to look good, but better yet, I wanted to feel good about me. My self-esteem was so low. I don't know how anybody dated me. So between the years of 16 and 21, before I got saved to Christ, I made up for all the lost time when I didn't look good, and it didn't turn out so well. And it all stemmed back to how I felt about me. Even though I could look in the mirror and see what I looked like, I didn't see it because I was still that insecure, overweight kid that was still in middle school. I was still hearing the jokes and the replay in my head. I don't know if this sounds familiar or not, and I know this is a long way around this topic of, do men find overweight girls attractive? But it's a fair question because if I just stayed on the surface and said yes, no, oh, fat girls, I don't answer the question. I really like, especially when I'm coaching somebody, I never stop at what their question is. Why? I sound like a doo-wop song. I say why so many times. But I want to know the root cause of what's going on. I want to fix things. I was that kid again, the why kid. Why did I act that way? I had zero self-esteem, and it was reinforced at home because I was the fat kid. And then it was reinforced in my neighborhood, and then it was reinforced by all the girls I asked out who said no because I was just too fat. And I was unattractive, and nobody would ever want to date me. I was so ugly. Greatest thrill I got was going back to my reunion and still having hair. I mean, you get back there, and the dudes that had the long flowing locks are bald and fat. There was some gratification that I wasn't fat nor bald. So that was great. But I want to get into, do men like women who are plump, curvy, overweight? Let me give you the names that the ladies gave me. Curvy, fat, obese, thick, chubby, plump. That's what the ladies told me, and that's what the ladies were giving me as nicknames. And the great thing about society and about dating and about behavior and about decision making, all and every don't apply. All men don't like them. Every person doesn't do something. Here's the all and every. We were all born. I got some friends I think were hatched and or delivered by aliens. I can't prove it, so I still got to stay with born. And all will die. Okay, so all people are born and every person will die. Outside of that, when it comes to being attracted to someone, it's out the window. The funny thing was when I was out talking to guys, age made a difference. Some of the younger guys now, I know when I was 20, we definitely had opinions about the girl in the bikini and the Sports Illustrated model and Cheryl Teagues. Now, guys are kind of going their own way. And then the farther you go up in the food chain, the difference of opinion comes. Now, if you want to be part of this question, if you got something just burning to ask me, it is questions@scotferrell.com, or you can give us a text. 706, went blank, 706-889-9700. It's Monday, baby. Give me some slack here. When I get back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dissect yes or no. I'm going to give you the answer to the question, but I'm going to tell you what people really are looking. It's not the weight that's the problem. It's the person behind the facade, as we would say. And I'm going to let you find out why and how. Now, don't forget, Elizabeth Monick's coming up. Elizabeth went from 287 to 105 on to being a fitness competitor. I'm Scot Ferrell, and I'll be right back.
Truck Month is back at your new Days Chevrolet in Jasper with savings up to $8,000 off MSRP. Right now, get a roomy new Chevy Equinox for just $23,200, or get Days max discount on a new Silverado Crew Cab, just $31,900, plus instant easy credit with Days Fast Track Credit Center. But these Truck Month savings won't last long. Get to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where Chevy cars and trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $6.99 each. Get any 2 freshly made pizzas with high quality, fresh ingredients and sauce made with California vine ripened tomatoes. Now get your favorite specialty recipes like meat lovers, backyard barbecue chicken, or 5-pepper pepperoni. So you never have to compromise with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty. Anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Ellijay.
The 50-50 sale is back at Schottenkirk Ford. 50 trucks must go in the next 50 hours. Shop over 250 trucks in stock and starting as low as $79.95. And there's several more on the lot just like it. Yes, 50 trucks must go. And not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. You have 50 hours to cash in on huge savings. Don't miss our 50-50 sales event at Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
Welcome back to the show. I am Scot Ferrell, your host. If you want to be part of the action today, you notice I got my Pimp Daddy hat on. I am pimping. I am ready for some action. Questions at ScotFerrell.com is how you get to be part of the show. Or if you want to send us a text, we can talk on live about your questions, 706-889-9700. I left off talking about, do men find overweight women attractive? And I've been walking around the park with this topic, and I told a little story about my own life. So let's talk about this. Do men really find overweight women attractive? Yes. We find women attractive. I mean, think about us. We're simpletons. If you feed us, if you have sex with us, and if you let us sleep. The only difference between us and a dog is we won't poop in the house unless there's a commode. Outside of that, we're pretty simple. I don't know why women try to make us complicated. We're not. Okay, here's what we look for. Lips, eyes, hair, pretty legs, and again, that's subjective, breasts and butt. And we gotta have some hippage. Some men like skinny, some like in between, some like morbidly obese. It's all over the map. Me personally, I like anybody. I like any race. I've dated girls from 5 continents. My preference was black, Latin. Black and Latin together was even better. I always thought I would marry a black girl, not a white girl, because I like thick girls. I gotta have something to hold on. If it's got a jiggle and it's got a wiggle, okay? And a lot of men feel the way I do. I realize that fashion magazines have to have girls size 0 minus, but the average guy, from what I heard on the street and talking to him, it was size 10, 12, 14, and 16. Look at me in college. I fell in love with one of the most wonderful people in the entire world. No, I'm not going to use her name, but she was a size 14, 16. Absolutely beautiful, inside and out. And a lot of guys thought she was overweight. I thought she was perfect. I loved her. And the funny thing is, I still love her. We're still friends. Heck, this girl, I think I got worse with age. She got better. All right, we're in our 20s then, and now in her 40s, she's even more beautiful. I don't. What in the world happened? How could you get even more beautiful? Because at the time I thought she was the prettiest woman in the world. And now she's still absolutely beautiful. It was never her weight that decided the outcome of our relationship. It was me. I was the problem then. But now, again, it's not the weight. This is what people don't understand. It's not your weight that's the problem. It's what's behind the weight. I took about 3 hours yesterday, and I just started researching websites that were based on women who felt they were overweight, plump, fat, thick, curvy, or I covered them all, chubby. And some of these girls were absolutely beautiful. But the tone of their site was so angry. If you don't like us, you know, starts with an F, ends with a U. It was all of this venom and anger and poison back to people that wouldn't like them because they were overweight. Well, personally, me looking, and if it's me, I'd say there's a few other guys. I was like, man, she's beautiful. And then she opened her mouth. So what I want to go over now is it the weight gain or is it the person? Because so many times with me, I would date a girl that was size 0 to 26. I didn't care. I wanted to have fun. It's funny, one of the best dates to this day that I ever went on was a blind date. She shows up, I show up. She was a cop. She was about 450 pounds. She's about 5 feet tall. A black girl, of course, that was my taste level. So we get there. We got thrown out of 3 restaurants. We were laughing so much. And we both said at the end of the day, hey man, if we want to be friends, if you want to go to the movies, that's great. I'm not your type, you're not mine. But we had so much fun together. Again, it wasn't the weight, it was, hey man, you really just not my type, bruh. So what are men and women looking for? Well, I made a list. Number 1, self-confidence. The most difficult thing in the world, in a relationship especially, is having to prop somebody else up. I asked women and men from sexiness, not what they want in a relationship, but just from a sexiness level. Someone who springs of self-confidence. Have they got it? Do they understand who they are, where they're going, what they're going to do, and understand, yeah, I got this. I'm attractive. Because beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And we, from women and men, told me that they wanted self-confidence first. So do you believe in you? Do you believe you are that sexy? Do men come up and go, wow, you're the most beautiful thing in the world? And you go, okay, that right there is a chink in the armor. All right, number 2 was humor. It really is true. If you can make someone laugh. I remember my first date with my wife. She had a splitting headache. She has migraines anyway sometimes. And even though she's got a splitting headache, I made her laugh endlessly that day. And she said, you made me laugh nonstop. Now, I can be a little bit of a smarty pants, but I always thought I was funny. But humor. Can we have a good time together? I mean, if it's a drudgery, and we're always talking about problems, and we're always talking about emotion, and it gets so heavy, it's not any fun anymore. Hey, have some fun, loosen up. All right, next one, drive and ambition. All right, yeah, got self-confidence. You walk in a room, you own that room, you look good, you feel good, you know you got it. And then you can have a good time, you're kind of funny. but do you have the drive and the ambition behind it? Husbands and wives have told me the number one relation killer in their marriage was the lack of ambition. Well, the lack of ambition went to weight gain, and it went to the lack of self-confidence, low self-esteem. So are you ambitious? Do you want more than one today? As Mike Singletary would put it, a former Bears player and coach, did you try to get better today? Are you a better person today than you were yesterday? Okay, this just isn't me saying this list. This is other people. Now, if you want to get part of the conversation, questions at scotferrell.com, or you can text myself or Lonnie, 706-889-9700. So drive and ambition. Do you want to be somebody? All right, next one. Interests and likes. Okay, this is where weight doesn't matter. This is where the curviness doesn't matter. I'm a sports junkie. I love sports. I was a high school coach for years, basketball and golf. I lettered in soccer in high school. I was a college cheerleader. I think I've covered it. It turned out that the lady I married loves football more than I do. We get up every single Saturday, and game day starts at 9 or 10, wherever you're located. We watch that for 3 hours. And then we watch every single football game. Oh my gosh, I thought I'd hit the jackpot. And on top of that, she hated basketball when we met. She loves basketball now. She loves to go to Duke games. So we do a tour every year. We go to Duke, Carolina, North Carolina State, Wake Forest. I'm from North Carolina, so we just do it up. But she'll sit and watch the NCAA tournament with me. That's love. But on the other side, we're both theatrical and from the arts. We love to go to the opera. We love to go to the symphony. We love to go to shows. We go to Broadway and see shows together. We have the same interests. Let me get to the next one. Sexual compatibility. Yeah, you got to like what the other one likes. I mean, come on, you're going to be in there and you get in the mood for love. And you go, oh, yeah, I like that curvy baby. And then you got you over here, and then it's got to mesh. Marvin Gaye was right, sexual healing. It's got to be there. Next one, a desire to be healthy, because I wanted to touch on this one. The weight gain, the overweight, the plumpy, the fat, the thick doesn't bother me. Here was the key for everything with me and so many others. Can you sustain an acceptable level of life at your weight? Or is it going to kill you? Anytime I said something to a girlfriend, I would be like, I want you to be here with me, and I want you to stick around, and I'm afraid things are going to happen. And I want to go ahead and get this handled. That's where it can become an issue. It's more of a health thing than it is a sight thing. So make sure that is a key part. All right, and appreciation. That's the last one I'm probably going to cover. In a relationship, once you get past the visual and you decided you like someone, it still comes down to what makes a relationship work. Again, I'm not looking at you going, wow, you're awfully fat. No. I always told people, I saw how big you were when I started dating you. That wasn't a problem. I really like the way you look. I think you're really sexy. It's who you are after the fact, and do we appreciate each other? Do I say thank you? Do I tell you I love you? Do I let you know all those little things that you do have been so valuable to me? And have I expressed them? Appreciation doesn't mean a whole lot if it's not expressed. Unexpressed appreciation isn't appreciation at all. So you have to let the person know how much you appreciate them. So I hope somewhat, in some way, I answered this question of, do men find overweight women attractive? Because it's not yes or no. It's not anything but, golly, it really is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So if people do say stuff to you, why do you care? Why would you want somebody else's opinion to carry around in your head? Why do you care? You are you. God made you. You try to be you. You stay you. You got to be free to be me, as Bob Proctor would say. I don't allow anyone to decide what I'm going to look like. Now, I have an agent, and I have some PR people, and I have a wife. They decide what I'm going to wear a lot of times, but they don't decide who I am. They don't tell me what to say on the air. They don't tell me what to do. They don't always tell me how to dress. They tell me what looks good on me, which is a good thing. But understand, it really isn't the weight. It's how you carry it. If you have self-confidence, if you know who you are, if you have a purpose, plan, and direction, we men are going to be attractive. All right, coming up, Elizabeth Ronick's coming on. You can go to my Facebook page and see the before and after, and we'll flash it up while Elizabeth's on. She will be on the line next, so stay tuned. If you want to get on the action, questions at scotferrell.com, or text them in to us if you're sitting by the phone, 706-889-9700. 9700. I'm Scot Ferrell. I'm going to be here another hour and a half just for you. So you sit tight, get ready to hear Elizabeth's amazing and inspirational story. I'll be right back.
Truck Month is back at your new Days Chevrolet in Jasper with savings up to $8,000 off MSRP. Right now, get a roomy new Chevy Equinox for just $23,200, or get Days max discount on a new Silverado Crew Cab, just $31,900, plus instant easy credit with Days Fast Track Credit Center. But these Truck Month savings won't last long. Get to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where Chevy cars and trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Elijah. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $6.99 each. Get any 2 freshly made pizzas with high quality, fresh ingredients and sauce made with California vine ripened tomatoes. Now get your favorite specialty recipes like meat lovers, backyard barbecue chicken, or 5-pepper pepperoni. So you never have to compromise with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty. Anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
El Rey in Elijah.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey in Elijah.
The 50-50 sale is back at Shattenkirk Ford. 50 trucks must go in the next 50 hours. Shop over 250 trucks in stock and starting as low as $79.95. And there's several more on the lot just like it. Yes, 50 trucks must go, and not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. You have 50 hours to cash in on huge savings. Don't miss our 50-50 sales event at Shattenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at ShattenkirkFordJasper.com.
Welcome back to Scot Ferrell Show. If you want to be part of the action, it's questions@scotferrell.com, or I've got my guests on the phone if you want to ask a question to me, her, or anything else you want to talk about. 706-889-9700. The topic we've been covering this morning is, do men find overweight women attractive? And my answer eventually was yes. We find the women attractive, and the weight gain's not what we don't really like. It's the lack of self-confidence, purpose, plan, direction, etc. Now, I've got someone on the line with me now, Elizabeth Ronick. She, if you go to my Facebook page, or you can probably see it if you're listening right now, it's the before and after photo of Elizabeth, and it's absolutely amazing. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to find out why Elizabeth did it and where life has taken her since she made this amazing transformation. Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, Scott, thanks for having me.
Sweet. All right, I'm looking at the photo, and I know you personally, and you and I sat down in Las Vegas, what was it, 2 years ago, and we talked about the direction of your company and your life. And when I heard your story, I said, absolutely no way this happened. And you said, yeah, way. And then you showed me the photo. Now, I'm looking at the photo you sent me. The before picture, what was your weight and let's say dress size at that time?
I wouldn't even put on a dress.
Really?
So I couldn't even tell you my dress size. I know my pants were like a size 22.
Right.
My weight was close to 300, but I didn't want to step on the scale either, so I couldn't give you an exact number on that.
All right,
so it was close to 300.
Wow, so you got a 22 and a 300-pound weight. Now, I'm looking at the after photo. What size is that?
That's a size 2 and probably about 125 pounds.
Wow. All right, now I'm going to ask you the big question. Why? Why'd you do it?
Well, I had been struggling with my weight since I was young. I was going to Weight Watchers at the age of 8. I went again when I was a freshman in high school, and I had never successfully dropped the weight and kept it off. By the time I was a sophomore in college, I was so disconnected with my body that I was pregnant, and I didn't know it until the day that I went into the hospital for labor.
Wow.
So, fast forward, the 5 days that I was in intensive care in the hospital, I was thinking, I'm probably going to have to change a few things that I'm doing with my life if I'm going to take this child home and have her be a productive citizen and be a good person in the world. So, just knowing that I was that I dealt with being bullied all throughout my schooling and dealt with self-confidence issues, I knew that I didn't want her to have that struggle. So I decided to improve my health, improve my body, and improve my mentality.
Wow. I mean, what a story. And now you've gone from that age to now, and now you're a fitness trainer, a competitor, you train women, and now you've even gone from corporate America and you've gone on your long. Now your website is lizfit.com. Liz, now that you've made this transformation, I know you probably have women go, there's absolutely no way that was you in the photo, and your response is?
Of course, it looks like it's a big step, but it's really just baby steps. So if I can do it, you can do it. It's me. I have people, my daughter, she'll be in there talking to some of my clients with me. She'll be like, I remember, she was that big. I can tell you it's the truth. But just the idea is taking the baby steps to get to your end goal. And that's the way I like to break it down. First, addressing mentality, and then addressing nutrition, and then fitness. So it's not all, here I'm going to give you all these things to do at once, because it's definitely a process. And the number one issue is definitely the mentality first.
Oh, yeah. Now, do you train women and men, or just women?
I do train men and women. I actually have one of my clients I just left. He is now doing triathlons. He's on his 3rd triathlon, and before he was probably about 75 pounds overweight.
Wow. So people come to you, they come to you with one body, and they want success, and they want life to change, probably instantaneous. And I know in my business, I'm like, you took 47 years to get here. It's not going to take 47 years to change, but it's going to take some time. When people come to you, What is it you actually handle? Do you handle the training, the nutrition, the diet, or do you farm some of those out?
I'm certified in nutritional therapy and personal training. So what I like to do is, because I have an actual local personal training studio, and when I have my people come in for training, we will address their nutrition. So initially I'll get them to write down the foods that they're eating, what they're comfortable with, how often they eat, and we just make small changes with their nutrition in addition to them coming in and getting more active, maybe lifting weights, maybe some body weight exercises, whatever they're comfortable with, starting where they are.
Right. Now, I'm going to let you say it because I'm not certified anymore. I'll let my certification lapse. Can you do this without eating properly for your body type and style?
Absolutely not.
Thank you. See, I'm going to let the professionals say this. I did have mine, and I let my certification go. Do people that come to you think they can do that, and then they fall on their face and have to come back and go, all right, help me, Elizabeth?
Right. That's a common challenge because when they're putting in all the work in the physical activity, they feel like they're allowed, well, not they,
right.
Some individuals feel like they're allowed to eat whatever because they put in that work. But when you have a goal in mind, you have to make sure that you have all the pieces of your machine working properly in order for it to crank out the goal that you want. So fitness, physical activity is probably only about 20 to 30% of you reaching your goal. The nutrition is really key because you cannot outwork a bad diet.
Right.
It's just gonna catch up to you one way or another.
Yeah, I always ask people, you put oil in the car, right? You don't put anything other substance but oil. So why don't you do that to your body? Now, Elizabeth, you've got a contest coming up soon. So you're in prep, workout, and diet, and that's such an inspiration to the people you coach and teach. Now, as we wind this up, we've got about 2.5 minutes left. What's the biggest thing you took away from this? What's the biggest gift you gave yourself by taking the step to get in shape?
My story, my ability to encourage and motivate other people, for them to know that there's somebody that has been where they are and has been where they want to be. Because I know when I constantly was struggling with my nutrition and my fitness, I would go to a trainer and they'd be fit, but they didn't know where I was. They had never been in that position. So for them to tell me what to do when they've never been in my shoes was a struggle for me. And so now the ability for me to say, yes, I've been there. I know how you feel, but I promise you can get through it and get to where you want to go.
Yeah, and you got a little one at home that watches too, right?
Oh my gosh. I have my 11-year-old and one that's about to be 2, and the 2-year-old is telling people to do burpees and jumping jacks on his face.
I would tell parents, if you want your kids to be successful, you go first. And you are the epitome of what success is. It's funny, when I was training people many years ago, I was during the 80s craze, I had been the fat kid, and I lost the weight and got in shape. And the greatest day of my life was when I finally made it to single-digit body fat. Now, I never got to compete due to the injuries. But boy, I looked good. If I can find those photos, I'll put them up on Facebook. All right, if you struggled with anything associated to weight, being in shape, self-esteem, and you want a role model, she's right here. She's on the phone with me. That's Elizabeth Ronick. Her website is lizfitlife.com. Before I let you go, anything, sum up in 1 or 2 sentences you want people to know?
I want you to know that wherever you are and whatever goals that you have, you can achieve them. You just have to take one step at a time.
Sweet. Liz, thanks so much for dropping in for me today.
Thanks, Scott. Love you.
Love you too, baby. All right, take care. All right, that's Liz. I'm Scott. If you want to be part of the conversation, it's questions@scottferrell.com, or you can send us a text, 706-889-9700. Best part of the show, I'm going to hit the mailbag when I get back. Yes, a lot of these questions are surrounding things that we've been talking about since I got here. But hold tight, I got Shelley Pickens coming up in the next hour. She is one of the best authors, up and coming fiction authors that I know. I'm Scot Ferrell, and I'll be right back.
Truck Month is back at your new Days Chevrolet in Jasper with savings up to $8,000 off MSRP. Right now, get a roomy new Chevy Equinox for just $23,200, or get Days max discount on a new Silverado Crew Cab, just $31,900, plus instant easy credit with Days Fast Track Credit Center. But these Truck Month savings won't last long. Get to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where Chevy cars and trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $5 flavor menu. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium one-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to new stuffed garlic knots. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $5 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Elijah. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Only Pizza Hut delivers 2 medium pizzas any way you want for just $6.99 each. Get any 2 freshly made pizzas with high quality, fresh ingredients and sauce made with California vine ripened tomatoes. Now get your favorite specialty recipes like meat lovers, backyard barbecue chicken, or 5-pepper pepperoni. So you never have to compromise with any quality toppings, any crust, any specialty. Anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas, just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
El Rey in Elijah.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey in Elijah.
The 50-50 sale is back at Shattenkirk Ford. 50 trucks must go in the next 50 hours. Shop over 250 trucks in stock and starting as low as $79.95. And there's several more on the lot just like it. Yes, 50 trucks must go, and not just Fords. We have all the best makes and models. You have 50 hours to cash in on huge savings. Don't miss our 50-50 sales event at Shattenkirk Ford in Jasper. Online at ShattenkirkFordJasper.com.
Welcome back, Scot Ferrell Show. Thank you so much for being part of my day. It makes my day better so we can hang out. It always makes me feel better. I got my Pimp Daddy hat on today. I am ready. I want to thank Elizabeth Ronick for stopping by and throwing some knowledge on us about what you can do if you're out of shape, if you want a new direction in life or you just want to feel better. Now, let me go ahead and give that website for her one more time, lizfitlife.com. Very easy. If you just go by her Facebook page, listen to her story. It's very inspirational. Now I'm going to the mailbag. If you want to be part of the mailbag, one rule. It's got to be able to help more than one person. If it's a personal question that you just want to ask me, that's great. That's what I do for a living. I'm a coach. I do personal and professional. So I do people's lives and people's businesses. Send me an email, scotferrell.com, SCOTFERRELL.com. If it's a question for the greater good in the greater population that you want me to answer on air, questions at scotferrell.com. Or you can just send us a text, 706-889-9700. Let me get to the first question. All right, what do we got here? What's the best way to start a weight loss program? That would be Stella, Greenville, South Carolina. Pretty close to Clemson University. I go up there all the time, man. Love going to games at Clemson. Friendly people, great food, great environment. All right, how do you get started in a weight loss program? Make a decision. Elizabeth would tell you the same thing. My friend Chris Kuchera would tell you the same thing. I've got another guy coming on, Frank Tortorici, tell you the same thing. I used to be a certified trainer. I'm going to tell you the same thing. Make a decision. Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Is it to make you or somebody else happy? The best way to start a weight loss program is to decide, what do I want? There's a reason why gyms are packed in January, New Year's resolution, and empty by the end of March. Ghost town by June, July. Somebody will kick it around football season, and then by December they're empty. Because that why, you didn't have a why that was sufficient enough to keep you going. Why am I doing this? Why do I want to be in shape? Why do I want to lose weight? Is it because I'm going to die? Do I want to be a sexy man, a sexy woman? Is it because my wife or husband said, hey, fatty, lose it, or you're going to lose to me? What is it? Why are you doing this? You got to know why. I know when I was a kid and I wanted to lose all the weight, I just wanted to feel good, look good, and be in shape. And I always admired bodybuilders. So I went after that type of life. I know Elizabeth, you can go by my Facebook page right now and see Elizabeth before and after. She did it because she was tired and sick and tired of being tired. And she wanted to look good, feel good, and have a role model type lifestyle. So why do you want to lose the weight? Once you make the decision, once you say, I'm drawing this line, I'm not stepping over. Or as a motivational or inspirational speaker would say, once you burn the ships, you can't go back. But it's the freedom of the decision. Because once you make the decision, everything else is easy. And all you got to do is tweak your eating plan here or there. Just remember, chips and ice cream right before you go to bed, chugged with a soda, it's probably a bad idea. It's not as hard as you think it is. It's just a continual lifestyle change. It's not a crash diet. You follow this. You can watch every infomercial known to man. Just make the decision. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. It's a what was that? Sesame Street song, and the Electric Company. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Write down what you want. Then sit down with a professional, Elizabeth, Chris, anybody in that professional realm, and get some advice. You don't have to train with a trainer, but I would get some advice on a best step for you. And, again, make sure all the medical stuff's handled. But it comes with a decision. You have to decide to go to the doctor to check the medical stuff. So it's still based on what you want. All right, so the way you start a weight loss program, make a decision. All right, next one. This is from Roxanne, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Thank you. I got a feeling you're probably either married to a soldier or a soldier yourself. Love Fort Bragg. I used to live in Raleigh. A lot of respect for those guys down in Fort Bragg. 82nd Airborne. All right, self-esteem. Where do I start? Hey, good question. I got no self-esteem. Well, you just did start. That's the great thing. Once you realize that life's spun out of control and you don't have a lot of focus or direction, you don't know who you are, where you're going, or what's going to happen. That's the start. You've already started. Roxanne, all right, you've already started. Self-esteem. Well, it's always great if we had that storybook story to where during those developmental years and the years where we're programmed, 0 to 5, 6 to 11, and 11 to 18, be great if we had a supportive family, friends. We lived almost in a cocoon of love. Since most of us didn't, we got programmed into thinking we weren't who God made us to be. Remember, we were born for perfection and we were programmed to fail. God made us to be successful. We in our environment decided we wouldn't be. We choose every single day not to be. We choose every single day not to say what he does, but what the world would say about us. If we just said what God said about us every single day, a lot of this would take care of itself, wouldn't it? Where does self-esteem start? Self-control, self-discipline, understanding who you are, understand we have a creator, understand that creator gave you a specific set of skills that you use to bless the world, and that he made you in his image. If you understand that God made you in his image, and the person that you are. Now, I'm not saying we can't use some tweaks, because, yeah, look in the mirror, ask your friends. Yeah, they're going to tell you what your tweaks need to be. But you got to understand who you are as a core. Now, we can fix the physical. Again, I got people like Chris, Elizabeth, Frank that can do that for you. But this, you got to do yourself. You've got to fix who you are, because you don't ever want somebody's opinion of you to be what resides in your own head. It's got to be yours. And what do I mean by it's got to be a valid opinion? I looked through all these websites this past weekend and half the other week and said, all right, if these girls are overweight and they're beautiful, why are they so angry? It can't be anger. This is who I am. This is my skill set. This is what I offer to the world. And this is why I'm wonderful. And if you can honestly say that, the rest of the world will back it up for you. I don't see how that could be denied. Again, Bill Gates is a gross example, but computer skill, he brought a product to the world that was needed, and now it's irreplaceable. Steve Jobs. My friend Jeff Hoffman. Jeff helped start Priceline.com. Wow, I'm glad Jeff's around. He also helped develop the kiosk in the airport. Wow, even better. Thank God for these guys. They understood that they were created with a skill set that could bring something wonderful to the world, and they know who they are. That's where self-esteem starts. So Roxanne, thank you so much. Again, I salute everyone at Fort Bragg and what you do for our country. The 82nd Airborne's very near and dear to my heart, because I used to teach not far from Fort Bragg, and I've had many buddies go through that facility in that town. So thank you. All right, next one. Candy, Orangeburg, South Carolina. I was waiting on this question. Scott, do you really date sisters? I don't anymore because I'm married, but yes. And then that big question of why. I don't know. The lady who took care of me when I was a little boy was a college student named Jackie. To me, she was the most wonderful woman in the world. And yep, she was black. I love Jackie. I still love Jackie today. I've never forgotten her. And Jackie left me for another man. She got married. I wouldn't speak to her for a month because she left me. But I loved her more than anything in the world. Jackie, if you happen to be watching, I love you still. So thank you. I've always been attracted to women. I don't care what race, what color, what age. I was kind of open on the age too. Size, I just didn't care. I loved black girls, had beautiful skin, beautiful hair. My philosophy was the more cultures I can date, the more I'm going to learn about people, the more fun I'm going to have, the better food I'm going to have. It just shaped my life. And so me being, I am colorblind from a biological standpoint, and I am with people. It served me well. It's helped me so much in life. Yes, I dated sisters. From every walk of life. It's funny, the girl I loved in high school, we never got to openly date. And I loved her so much. And she was black, of course. It's funny, I probably still have her photo in one of my boxes somewhere in a storage shed. Now, life's gone on, but those feelings are still there. Because you get those high school feelings when you know what I'm talking about. You're watching a movie. Look at the movie Ghosts of Girlfriend's Past. See the party scenes, and you see the stages of life from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and all up to now. And those feelings still come back. I mean, it's funny how those can get activated. But yes, I just love women. So Candy, thank you so much. Orangeburg, South Carolina, great place to be. And it's on the way to one of my favorite places, Charleston, South Carolina. All right, coming up, I got Shelly Pickens coming up. If you've seen Twilight, you won't ever want to watch it again because Shelly's books are way better. And if you got any questions for her or for me or anything that we discussed today, questions at scotferrell.com or send us a text 706-889-9700. If you got a question for me, go by my website. My staff will alert me if it's something important or an emergency. scotferrell.com, SCOTFERRELL.com. Sit tight. The story coming up from Shelley could change your life, so you don't want to miss it. I'll be right back.